Hey, good evening, traders. There is so much moving, I don't even know what I can possibly cover in one of these free videos, because I am going through not only client requests in my live trading room and posting on Slack, but the themes that I have had for months now in the reflation world are just hot fire flames. I am just a little bit exhausted with how incredibly successful the moves have been in the oil and gas complex, in the cannabis sector rotation, the biotech moves off of some very low float or low priced plays. And there's just so many moving. What isn't moving, of course, is FANG. It's just flat, and that's to be determined, if it's going to stay that way. But I absolutely contend commodities over stocks, value over these big tech plays. So I have been recommending to clients to play in that particular space of value, cyclicals, commodities, and it has just been working with biotech and EV and SPACs and cannabis as strong areas, and Bitcoin, of course, Ethereum, as strong areas of speculation. But today, just because there's so much that's going on, I had to just laugh because a client requested OCGN, and at the time, it was about 11 o'clock this morning. It was in this kind of 12 area. In fact, it was 12. And I was like, what the heck is this thing? I usually don't do penny stocks in my live trading room. I make a habit of it. But I did find out that it was actually a COVID play. And the news was OCGN and a biotech play entered into a definitive agreement to co-develop, supply, and commercialize this advanced stage, COVID vaccine candidate for the U.S. market. And you just don't see this every day, but they also did an offering priced at 46% premium to Friday's close. And so at the client request, I said, okay, I'm going to add it to my coronavirus watch list because it had not been on my radar. And I have a whole bunch of stocks that have been. One favorite of late has been SRNE, and that's been popping up. One that has not taken off yet, KMDA. But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this OCGN. So it was 1182, and I posted this trade as a suggestion and basically said, okay, 300 million shares traded on Friday. So somebody knew, indeed. March, the phase 3 results will be coming in. The news is obviously very bullish. They did an offering 46% above premium. I said, guess what? That looks hot. I gave price target, basically saying, okay, it's done this stair-stepping on an intraday. Now it's in kind of a big channel. Needs to stay above 970. Otherwise, it looks very bullish to push through basically $14 on its way up to 1680. And then lo and behold, this puppy did exactly what we saw, play-by-play, textbook kind of move into the 100 week. And I actually said it'll probably shoot above it and then come back down to the 1680 and settle around the 100 week. So it did perfectly. It literally overshot. You can see this. It took a high of 1877. Then it came through and broke through the 1680 to settle at the 100 week. The 100 week is, 1581. But sure enough, and I said it wouldn't surprise me if it comes back down to this, the daily breakout level, and here it sits after hours. Anyway, this is one play that I'm laughing at because it was bullish at, up 150%. It was crazy, but this is one that is low priced, but it actually has some news to support it, both as a COVID play with strong accumulation on Friday, plus the offering that was at a premium. And then I made a suggestion, which was basically maybe consider CAPR as a sympathy play. This was the same posting, for clients on OCGN. And this CAPR happened to also experience a little bit of a push here, up 16%. But this is not really the whole thing. This is just a whole bunch of chasing going on that could turn into continuation swing trend ideas. I've had kind of an interesting hot hand in the biotech space of late. I had posted some really nice moves of late in, let's just show you here, to clients, VBIV, XERS, CRMD, GNPX, which was absolutely ridiculously strong today, ODT, CLVS, and as I mentioned, KMDA hasn't really triggered yet. But I list my favorites, if you will, in my client Slack workspace, and I also respond to clients' requests for custom analysis, both in my live trading room, which I run from 9 to 12:30 every morning, as well as my Slack channel. But the biotech plays, I mean, I think there's still more left in the tank, but this has been a winner for clients since this $3 area, now $4.30. XERS was recommended with a move through 615, and it triggered all the way up to 8, looking very fine. CRMD, one I've mentioned in a prior video, exploded 85% in 3 days. That was unusual, and it's doing extremely well. The one that is more recent, actually recommended before it, I like the gene therapy space, so I was looking for really nice patterns, and this one got my attention, and before it triggered 572, I had recommended it, and so basically then I said, guess what, it needs to stay above a particular key level, 579, and it did beautifully, and it just continues higher. So it's been a little fun here. I can't even tell you how many stocks I have gone over that have worked out, and I'm sharing them after the fact. If you're not a member, what can I say? You can come in and see my track record in Slack, where I'm posting real time with the analysis, whether it be macro or fundamental or technical or intermarket, quant, sentiment, what have you, macro to micro, particular tickers with charts. So even the crazy ones like OCGN, which may have more left in the tank, but there are other plays that have been doing really well just in technicals alone. PDSB was one that I had recommended to clients back on the 1st, just because of this 50-week at the chart formation. Looked fabulous at $3.50, now much higher. I am looking at plays all the time and updating them. Lake was another one, which has now reached an extreme, but it's not a biotech play. In other words, price target of 42 back, from when it was recommended on February 1st. I am very impressed with the patterns in some of these biotech names, like the GNPX for more, the VBIV for more, MLLCF. Most don't even know this is an antibody play out of Switzerland for COVID that has doubled since I recommended it. It's just very hot space right now, from oncology to gene therapy to COVID. I invite you to join so we can trade this stuff. I am very happy to take client requests like the OCGN, which luckily a client had been in and allowed me to recommend it to other clients. So I invite you to join. That's it. I wish you a great evening.